Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to ask you something. Do you love your ex? Now think about it before you answer. Do you really love your ex that you're trying to get back? Well, you probably said yes. And you know what? You're lying. You do not love your ex. I know you think you do, but you don't. Because if we use the definition of love, which says when you love someone, you want them to be happy whether they are with you or without you, then the fact that you want your ex back means that you really don't love them. Because if you did, and they're happy without you, they're happier without you, and you want them to be happy, then you would just let them go, even if it's painful to you. I know it's a new concept that you probably haven't heard of before. You know, it's interesting when I do coaching because sometimes I'm asked the question, how do you think my ex feels at the moment? And I ask, well, why do you want to know that? Why is that important? And more often than not, the response has been, because if I knew that they were just as miserable as me, I would feel better. Now, does that sound like love to you? You want your ex to be miserable? The reason you want them to be miserable is because you want them to come back. So you may miss your ex, but do you love them? No. Because if you did, then when they broke up with you, you would say, I love you and I'm going to miss you, but if you're happier without me, I understand and I want you to be happy. And in fact, this actually happened to me, that I was trying to break up with someone that I wasn't happy with, and there was absolutely no resistance. I thought there was going to be, and I was prepared, but he said, okay, no problem, I understand. If you're not happy, then you shouldn't see me. I want you to be happy. And as he was talking, I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to be able to break up with him. Because if someone is breaking up with you because they think that you don't care, and now by showing that their happiness is just as important to you, if not more, than your own happiness, they realize, wow, I was wrong. This person does care. And so by showing that you're willing to let them go because you want them to be happy, they realize that you do care, and now they don't want to break up with you. See how it ends up turning around without you even trying to hold on to them? But that's what happens when you really love someone. So you need to think about it. Do you really love your ex? Or is it just a fake love? Is it love with a small L instead of a capital L? Because if you want them to be happy and they are happier without you, then you need to let them go. And if they want to come back, they'll come back. And if they don't, and you really love them, then you'll happily let them go without trying to lure them back in. I know this is going to be a new concept for most of the people listening to this. It's going to take a while to sink in. You might fight it at first and say, no, you're wrong, it's not true. But I'm planting a seed, and hopefully one day you'll see the wisdom in this. So if you would like to do private coaching with me, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.